back. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the stream. Back again. More mediocre. I have below me on the screen a link box so you can follow me there. I got a new mic. I have an old mic because I used to do more musical stuff. Got a mic stand, so now I'm using the mic. I hope the audio is much clearer than normal. I also have a camera that I got. It's better, I hope, than camera. So we're slowly moving up, hopefully, the world of producing more quality content for people that like. I'm gonna play this deck. Let's take a look at this deck. You know what? Let's just get into it. Let's just talk about this. So yeah, this is gonna be the first deck for a while that I'm playing a V card in. We got this Drapion V. This card, I'm guessing they put it in specifically to counter stuff like the Fusion Strike, the Rapid Strike, Single Strike, because that's what it does. You get one of these energies discounted for each of those Pokemon in play, which basically means that you can do 190 damage if they have 4 Pokemon in play for 0 energy, which is pretty OP. That's pretty good. Oh, I didn't want to add another one. My bad. So we've got the Drapion. This VStar is very cool, right? So this attack does 10 less damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. It starts at 250 damage, and you lose 10 for every damage counter on it. But during your turn, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon paralyzed and poisoned during checkup with 3 damage counters on it. This has been a lifesaver a ton of times. Really appreciate that Hazard Star move. But as I was saying earlier, we got our Galarian ZigZagoon here. You could put 1 damage counter on. Obviously, I like to evolve my Pokemon. I don't like to use them as tools like you saw in the last deck. I like my Pokemon to do stuff. So we got the Galarian Linoone here. I think that's how you which gives you some flexibility. And then you have two Obstagoons that this deck cycles around. You have the Silence, right? So choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon attacks. During your opponent's next turn, that Pokemon can't use that attack, right? That's nuts. So you do 30 damage, and you stop the Mew VMax from using the Genesect V move. That's what this card is in this deck for, right? And then you have the Merciless Strike. So if you have any damage counters already, it actually does 150. Against a Mew VMax, that's 100. That's 300. So plus the 30 from the previous time. So you got a 2-hit KO here for a Mew VMax. That's why this guy's in here. Then you have this Wicked Ruler move, right? Once during your turn, you may have your opponent discard cards from their hand until they have 4 cards in their hand, right? So this is kind of like a Marnie card almost. It doesn't make them get rid of the whole hand, but it caps the hand size that they have. So this is here to help deal with the Genesect V draw, right? It does 180 damage. You don't really tend to try and use that, but 360 versus a Mew VMax, so you can 1-hit KO with the Galarian Obstagoon. Deck revolves around these 2 cards. I try and use this guy more as a tool. Sometimes I will have Pokemon in there just to sit on the bench, but obviously I can play, and I have played this guy, unlike, the Mews and the Melodics that don't have any energy. And then obviously to round it out for a little bit of fun, I have the Koffing in here. I have the Galarian Wheezing. This cancels out Genesect V ability. It cancels out a bunch of other issues you can have. And it also kind of helps against V-Star Pokemon. So if you go up against, if they have a Lugia V-Star, or they have a deck, or they have a Arceus V-Star in their Mew VMax deck, for instance, you can stop them from using the abilities. I do like to have decks that are still kind of competitive. I don't want the deck to just be designed only for Mew VMax. I did go on it's actually pretty fun. This is a really overpowered card in my opinion. A lot of Pokemon V, right? Like, look at this. This guy only has 1 move. He only has 1 move once the ability is gone, right? That's the same for a lot of V-Star. So this Pokemon, if you are up against a Lugia V-Star, for already used its ability, it cannot attack you as long as you are using the silence move. Literally, it has to retreat and come back into play in order to get rid of that category. So I think this is a really overlooked card. I'm really happy with it. 170 HP. That's huge. That's huge. Both of these cards, pretty decent HP. So I'm excited. This has been a fun deck to play with. We got some evolution stuff in here, the rare candy. Obviously, you know me. I like to play a lot of supporter cards. And we have a lot of. We only have the 1V in here. So I do have a bunch of Arezu in here. I do have a bunch of Gloria in here. And we have Piers, obviously. It's a dark type deck, so we like to have Piers. We have the twin energy. We don't have the twin energy. We have just the hiding energy for the flexibility and a bunch of basic energies. I should probably get rid of one of the Temple of Sinnoh, because it is such a good counter against the Fusion Strike energy. The fact that you can't, fact that a Mew VMax card has 320 HP, it has no retreat cost. No retreat cost. You have two Mew VMax, you can just cycle them in and out. Like it's very frustrating to do. Because you 320 HP is hard to get up to a lot of the time. You need a lot of energy normally to get up to that level. And the Mew VMax actually does like 210 with the Genesect V for 2 energy. So it's super cheap. You get 200 damage, 2 energy. So with a choice belt, you can get 240, really. So you can knock out a Pokemon with a Mew VMAX. And the Fusion Strike energy, you can't be paralyzed. So you have a Mew VMAX with no retreat cost that can't be paralyzed, which would be one of the only things that would stop it from retreating. So you see how this card has kind of had all of the possible weaknesses taken away. The only real thing you can do is you have to play a dark type deck. Like that's the only way you can kind of match it, unless you're playing, you know, I guess like a Lugia or another like mainstream competitive deck. Save him, I did it. So that's the idea. We're gonna take this Mew VMAX killer deck out, and we're gonna see if we can kill some Mew VMAX. That's the hope. That's the hope. Yeah, I saw people, and someone put a post on it about what to do during a game long that you're just like sitting there. All right, so we're up against DD Saint, the capital T. Start with the Drapion. We don't want to start. We want to start with the Koffing. This is probably our strongest start. We're gonna stall out with the Koffing. We're gonna we don't even need to use Ascension. We're gonna keep both of these out of sight. Both of them out of sight. It's a water type deck. It's a Finian. They're going to be using the ocean accompaniment to put water energies onto, I'm guessing, a Dugong or a Kingdra. The Horsey in the Kingdra chain has the swim freely ability. I like the Dugong. They have a Palkia form as well. This Lapras also goes for water energy. Yeah, so they have a ton of energy in this deck. I would guess it would have revolved. There you go. It's going to be the Dugong. Dugong is one of my favorite Pokemon. I think it's really pretty. The card they're going to evolve this into with the flow return is insane. Basically, for each energy you shuffle back into your deck from your Pokemon, you do 40 damage. So obviously, if you can attach as many from your hand as you want, and you have the Palkia, like that's nuts. So we're gonna go here first. We are gonna put the damage onto this. That was kind of. We're gonna put the energy onto here. I'm gonna put it. And I might. I'm gonna go for this. Actually, grab some dark energy. This is why I love this card. It's just like a huge chunk of cards. I am gonna use Ascension because even though we have the Koffing, in our hand, the Wheezing in our hand. I would prefer to have the extra HP in case they do put some energy onto something, cycle it in. I don't know that they have the damage to kill, to knock out the Koffing, but I don't want to risk it right now. I don't have brain power to. As you can see, DD Saint is a fellow lady enjoyer. If he has the dugong, then I can attach all of the getting the since he's going for he's going for the Palkia instead. Interesting. Okay, so they're just gonna try and load quickly as. Oh no, they're not. What? Oh, attach a water energy from your hand to this Pokemon if you do. That's we have a boss's order. But they can cycle it back. So I think what we're gonna. Are they sacking the seal? They are not. They have. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna boss's order the position. Ooh, we're gonna do the Finian. That's what we're gonna do. Sneaky McGee, right? We're gonna put a dark energy. We're gonna severe poison this Finian. Gonna get 40 damage on it. They're gonna have to attach an energy and retreat it, which prevents them from attaching an energy to something. Otherwise, it's dead. Can't use it, I guess. Luminian's gonna give him some good. That's tough. This is gonna be a tough one. Oh man. Yeah, I have this dugong on my short list decks that I want to do. Oh, they're using Arezu as well. Yeah, I love Arezu. There you go. There's the dugong. Look at this beautiful card. Oh my gosh, it's so nice. Oh, and they surrendered. What? Okay. So we'll take it. You see, we like decks that work against multiple people. You did not get to see that deck up and running. Again, I have a theory that I'm not gonna come across any Mew VMax. We're gonna take another game with this Mew VMax. I hope to show off how this Obstagoon works. It is a very powerful card. I think it's pretty cool. We're probably gonna lose this one though if this is actually a Lucario. GT 101. Have I played? This is a very common avatar. I saw it before with a different name. No basic Pokemon. Right. So we're gonna see if this is a Lucario or a fighting type deck. Our dark Pokemon are weak to fighting, so we would be in a lot of trouble. But if it is not, if that's just a box, then and they have a Charizard coin, so we don't know. It could be anything. Could be anything. There's no obvious theme there. Accessories. I have the fairy sleeve here because obviously they don't make any more fairy cards. But I think the pink and the black looks pretty cool, so I was just that. Yeah. We have a ZigZagoon, not the start that you want. But we do have a rare candy and an Arezu. Oh, but we can't play our Temple of hiding energy. This is gonna be a Lost Zone deck. We don't need to worry about the Temple of Sinnoh, I don't think. Lost Zone decks, they don't have a specific energy thing. They actually counter energy a lot with the Cramorant bit up ability. We're gonna see. I haven't played a Lost Zone deck yet with this Galarian Obstagoon line. So we're gonna see. Okay, so we got an Orion Guru coming out. Just And the Hisuian Heavy Ball. So they're looking for a basic Pokemon in their cards. They found it, the Radiant Eternatus. Brutal. You play that on your bench. You don't get to go, but it's your first turn, so that doesn't matter. You get to go and find two. Count it, two VMax Pokemon. That's right, VMax Pokemon. You get to put them straight on your bench. Okay. So here we got our Drapion. We're not going to get the advantage we were hoping for. This is not a fusion or a rapid strike or a single strike deck. We're going to go for the hiding energy here. We're going to go for our first. I'm going to wait. We do have a rare candy, so next turn we're going to hope that they don't have a Marnie. Hopefully grab our Obstagoon, throw the rare candy up, and we're going to be up and running. It only has one energy requirement, which is fantastic for both moves. We will not be able to defeat the Comfy in the first turn. It has 70 HP. The Obstagoon tops out at 60 damage if there are no damage counters on the Pokemon. And we will not be able to stop the ability that it is using either. So if we got a Boss's Orders next turn, that would be great. They also have a Drapion. This seems like a very meta deck. The Pikachu Flying Pikachu VMAX is, I believe, one of the decks that did very well in the recent World Tournament. And then obviously with the Lost Zone vibe, and they're going for got the Raikou. They need 3 energies on here. Okay. Okay, no Marnie. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go for the. We're gonna go for the. Right. Grab Obstagoon with Silence, and guy as well, I guess. And we'll grab this. No, we're gonna go for the Linoone. That's fine. We're gonna rare candy this guy into not that one. We want this one. We could go for that one, but it would take another turn to get the energy on. And this guy's already up and running. He only needs 1 energy for both of those. Insane. We don't want to play the Temple of Sinnoh just yet. And I don't want to go for Merciless Strike just yet. So, I mean, not like it matters. I guess we'll just. If we reverse it, in fact, they might think it's less dangerous. Unfortunately, unless we get a Boss's Orders, like we're stuck. They're going to be able to cycle that Mew VMAX right into play. And they have the turns. It's going to take another turn to deal with this Comfy. So they're going to be able to have the turns to put on it naturally. Last box decks obviously have a ton of draw. Sacrificing cards into Lost Zone. There were 2 there, though, so I'm guessing. Yeah, they picked which one they kept. I think how it works. Look at the top 5 and put 3 of them in your. Yeah, so you get to pick, I guess. Which 3 you get. Ooh, so they're gonna. So they're actually gonna end their turn. Oh, they got a Duraludon, so I'm in trouble. Unless I get that. Need another one, guys. This one. Okay, we're gonna go for that. We're gonna play him onto there. We're gonna put the other energy onto here. Oh, perfect. So now they have to cycle something in. So we just caught up. We just got ourselves back. They're now on the back foot because they're not gonna be able to have the energy onto their flying Pikachu this turn. Interesting. You see, this is why this is insane, right? So I can use Silence, right, on this Pokemon, and it can't use that move. Like it can't use the max balloon move because it doesn't have any other moves to use. Like I've stopped it. I don't think they have a twin energy. So I'm actually going to go for the Merciless Strike because I'm trying to do as much damage as I can right now. A twin energy also wouldn't work. They would need a single double turbo energy, I believe, what it's called. So we're gonna see. I'm surprised they don't. They're kind of starving for it. They have a lot of pull for their VMax Pokemon, but not a lot of pull for them. But they have all of the. That's kind of interesting. There you go. So if you have a lot of cards in your Lost Zone, you can just attach 2 energy to one of your Pokemon. I believe you can attach it straight to this. Oh, they didn't have it. Maybe they have an energy in their hand, so they're gonna go for 160. I was making an error in judgment then when I did that. I should have done the silence because then they wouldn't have been able to go. And I could have stalled out like that a little bit, but we can hit for Merciless Strike next turn 150, so they'll have 210 on them, which is very nice. Yeah. You can't retreat 2 Pokemon in a turn. So if they have a switch, that would be one thing. But I'm thinking if I use the silence again, right? Seconds. They use the if I use the silence, they might not be able to. Might be able to stall out until the 150 day. That would take a little bit though, and they can always retreat. The flying Pikachu, but they can't put it back into play, and they don't have anything else. Okay, so they're gonna bosses orders me. Oh, they're gonna use the Colruyt experiment first. Okay, so not this turn. I wonder who they're planning on bossing. So the fun thing about this is they have 11 cards in their deck left. That and all effects of attacks from your opposing Pokemon. So it's too late. Wait, is that just done to all of your Pokemon? So he can't remove the silence that's already on him, which is great. And he's only got 11 cards left. Sucks for him because what I'm gonna do is right. I'm gonna use. Yeah, I'm gonna here. I'm gonna. He's got to discard cards until he has 4 in his hands now. So a lot of these cards are going in his discard. This card is a lot more brutal than Marnie in terms of its impact on the game. I think this is just a much more effective card. You just cap their hand at 4. And if I started at the start of the game, it kind of prevents them from drawing tons because every single turn, any cards they don't use, they might have to discard. But here at the end of the game, when he's already drawn his deck a ton, means he's going to be losing a lot of cards. Might not have won. I think this guy's going to be dead turn. So we are gonna go. I don't want to do the silence because the Parasol is gonna protect him. So we are gonna go for the. I can get the 150 damage onto him. So 240, we can actually kill him next turn with this guy, the 180. And that'll be fine. And then he doesn't have any energy attached, so I'll have 3 prize cards. So I'll be down to 2. Yeah, and this is meant to be a competitive meta deck, right? The Flying Pika. I don't think with the Duraludon, I think they kind of goofed attached that. Good ruler. See, he's got 6 now. So I can actually make him discard 2. I would hate to go up against this card. I think it's probably very frustrating to go up against this card. And this is an interesting debate, right? Because people think you're not meant to, you're meant to be like very kind and sportsmanlike in this game and stuff. And I would point to cards like this and I'd be like, this is incredibly toxic. This is such a troll card to have instead. Brutal. It's brutal to have to deal with. And they don't have any energies attached, so we're gonna go for the Knuckle Impact here. The great thing is we're not gonna be able to go next turn. But we have the Drapion V here. We're gonna get a couple of cards from here. Ooh, we just need. We didn't get it. Oh, if we had just gotten a ZigZagoon, we could have evolved this and been up and running very quickly. Like, it's only got one energy. So with the rare candy, oh, it's so brutal. So good. The nice thing about this though is we can use this Hazard Star ability from the bench here. We can paralyze any dangerous Pokemon that they put up. So if they had put up the Pikachu VMax and they had put some energies onto it or something, we could paralyze it and stop it from going next turn, stop it from retreating next turn, which is why we hate the Fusion Strike energy on a Mew VMax, because you can't paralyze it and stop it from retreating unless the energy doesn't do anything. It's insane. I didn't include this card in here for the Mew VMax. I included the Drapion V in here for the Drapion V move. Ooh, thing. This guy's up and running. That's scary because he's gonna interesting. So he's trying to get this Duraludon up and running. This is the exact Pokemon I need my Obstagoon for, right? The Silence Obstagoon. I can't go this turn. What am I gonna do? Nothing I do is gonna be valuable right now, so I'm just gonna attach another star. I wish I could go and grab ZigZagoon, but I can't. I'll use this lady to grab 4 more energies, just in case I need them. We do have 2 ZigZagoon in the deck. What do we have to get them? We have 2 Gloria. Okay, perfect. And we have 2 Piers. So hopefully, we're hoping to get one of those or a Skyla. It'll take a little longer, Skyla, but that. So we have the energies here. Can't go because of the Knuckle Impact. So they will be able to put another energy onto this guy. And the Drapion is the only thing I have available. That would withstand it. Really do need to have access. So you know what? We're gonna switch Drapion. Oh, it's a fighting type though. No, it's a dragon type. Okay, dragon type. So it only does 220 damage. So we're gonna survive this. We're weak to fighting. I was worried because it's got the fighting energy, but it's a dragon type. So I don't think it does that type. We're gonna hope that's enough to stall out. I would expect them to remove the Comfy when they're ready for the Duraludon, so that I can't attack with the special energy ability. But my plan is to play the Temple of Sinnoh and make that a neutral energy, and then attach a normal energy to it, and then I'll have the 3, and I'll be able to hit. I won't do a lot of damage, fortunately, because of the. Oh, wait a sec. That's a normal energy. Doesn't provide, so they can't hit this turn. Ooh, what does that do? Oh, interesting. They're prepping to. Oh, we got the Piers. We got the Piers. Okay, so we're saved. We're gonna grab the ZigZagoon. And I think we're gonna grab a base. That's it. That's all we need to do. We're gonna go here. We're gonna put okay. Here. We're going to bang arm. Ta-da. Killer. Alrighty. So we have, oh, we only have one prize card we have to get. So honestly, if we got a boss's orders or something, perfect. We're all set. They have 5. And this is why I don't play with V-Stars a lot, because I like to use the strength that you get from the prize card. The Lost Box does have a ton of like comfy and stuff that you can knock out pretty easy. Knock out their Drapion? No, we took a comfy and a flying Pikachu. Access. That was the even if they take out the Drapion VStar, we're gonna have a fully evolved. When all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from this attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon, but it would be if there's an effect on that Pokemon, I believe. And that's what we want to. So first, what I want to do is I want to test this theory, right? So I'm going to attach a normal energy. First, I'm going to play the Temple of Sinnoh, because that cancels out that guy. Then I can still use it. I'm going to attach an energy to here. We're going to go for the Hazard Star first. Then we're going to go. Don't know. It doesn't do it. Okay, so even with the Temple of Sinnoh making this a normal type energy, this guy is still protected with the Skyscraper ability. So that's what I wanted to test. I did want to paralyze him just to see that's how it would work, and it is. Fine, we're gonna go Galarian Wheezing here. What do I want to do? I can't do damage with this guy, so I'm gonna retreat him. In favor of, I think I'm gonna put Obstagoon. Go, we're gonna put in here. This is why I like having multiple energies as well, because if you only have the energies, the exact energies that you need, then you have to have an ordinary rod or a Klara or something else to get them back out of your discard pile, and it doesn't give you a ton of, you can only get 2 at a time. So yeah, I'd prefer to be able to just like discard cards as I wish. I wonder what they're gonna do, because he's gonna get this Pokemon knocked down next time. He doesn't have anything else that he can. Okay, he's gonna escape rope. And I have to put something in. So I'm gonna play. I don't think he's got. See what happens. We have a lot of time. Oh, we got 2 cards left, so we've actually already won. This game is over. There's absolutely no way he can put enough cards back into. Actually, if he had an ordinary rod, he could probably put enough cards back into his deck. Oh, but we don't have to worry about it. We're just gonna boss his orders. We're gonna end it very quickly. Very nice. Here we go. Thank you very much. So we have not come across a Mew VMax deck yet, but we have won all of our games with our Mew VMax killer deck so far. That's what we like. This is good. I don't want a deck that just takes on the Mew VMax deck. I want a deck that I can play, that I can get good with and enjoy and learn all of the intricacies of how it works, so I know exactly what to do in most situations. So that's where we're at. Oh, what a shame. That sucks. That's right, though. All right, we're going up against Colina. It's a grass type deck. Sometimes dark depths are weak to grass. I don't think this one is. The Hydreigon, Hisuian Samurott one is. We are playing the Genesect coin as a precursor to the theme of this deck, which is killing the future strike. I probably should have used a Mew V coin. I have no basic Pokemon again. That sucks. I have 2 Drapion V in here. I have 4 of Boon. I have 2 Koffing. I had 2 mulligans, and I only have 1. But fortunately, we got a Gloria this time around. I think we're going second, so I think we're gonna get to use the Gloria on our first turn. We have the rare candy, but we don't have any way to draw our Evolution. This is a Grookey. We're going to be going up against the Rillaboom deck that I was just talking about. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, battling musicians from the band. We got a Wheezing here, which is great. We can use Gloria to grab a Koffing. And that's it. We're going to grab these two, and that'll be done. That'll be good. We're going to put the energy on him. We have a rare candy. I probably should have swapped it for Koffing. That's fine. We're gonna go like that. So, in the Sword and Shield games, part of the theme behind some of the Pokemon was a band, a musical band. So here you've got Rillaboom, who was the drummer. Obstagoon, which is my deck, was the singer. So this is a bandmates going against bandmates game. What's the fish doing? The fish is actually an axolotl. He's just like a big salamander. And he's chilling in his flower pot. So that terracotta colored pot is, I don't know if you can see that far. Okay, we have a lady, we have a boss's orders, we have a chestnut. If your active chestnut is damaged, you damage counters. Oh, that's but that's an ability. So when the Galarian is in play, no one has an ability except for him. We can actually use the boss's orders. But we need the lady for the energy. And we can sack this guy, I think that. Okay, so we're gonna go lady for energy. I'm gonna grab our 4 energy. Yeah, no, it's not a fish. The fish are downstairs. In the 75-gallon tank. This is just a 55-gallon tank. And my axolotl. I'm gonna put this on here. 60 damage. He's gonna have the Rillaboom next turn. Don't know how much damage it's gonna cure the poison. Not even gonna. I'm gonna let them go. So the idea I think that I want to do is I want to swap the chestnut into position, and I want to knock it out with the Galarian Wheezing. They would have done 90 damage to me, but they're doing a bunch of damage too. Oh, so the ZigZagoons are weak to grass. I think Obstagoon is weak to grass, so that's not great. This, I think. We're gonna go dark energy on there. We're gonna go boss's orders on guy, and we're just. So we're not gonna take the 30 damage. We're doing damage to him. That's the idea. How you doing, 156 Francisco? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day today. Gameplay items. I don't know that I have. I think I got these in some trade, but I don't know how many gameplay items you can transfer over to live. So I think some of them do, and I think some of them don't. Oh, so he just swapped him back. He had his own switch, so we've probably lost. We're not getting the cards that we need to evolve our Pokemon, unfortunately. I guess we're gonna try for the Pioneer this turn. And we're gonna hope we get an Obstagoon. No, we did not get an Obstagoon. Back. Oh, we're gonna keep. That sucks. So nothing we can do. He's gonna kill me next turn. I could do 30 damage. That's it. Not going well. I guess I can't do 30 damage. It's all promo type stuff, so they should transfer. Yeah. Certain things will transfer, certain things won't. I'm not super interested in stuff. Even in the I was a little disappointed in the beta live. I went and bought the triple premium pass thing. I saved up all my gems over a long period of time, and I bought the triple premium pass thing. And I got a ton of clothes. It's like, okay, thanks. Interesting. So we got our Drapion now, which absolutely sucks because it's not going to be up and running in time. I guess we go for Klara this turn. We're going to do both. We're going to go for these guys. Just because it's quicker and easier and more reliable. We're going to grab 2 energy here. We're going to have to sack the ZigZagoon. I mean, we could swap the Drapion in, but we would be tanking 180 damage. Not something we want to do. We want to one-hit KO him with the tail if we can. So we're going to poison it. We're going to put a little damage on it next turn with the Koffing. Ah, man, it kind of sucks. Yeah, the deck is up and running really quick. Really impressive. Not going. Our air balloon. Come on, man. Give me some. Okay, we got a switch. We're gonna poison him. We're gonna have 40 damage on it. We're gonna get 80 for next turn, but I mean, we're not gonna have the energy on the Drapion to the damage we need. He's gonna knock me out in one hit, so that's a shame. Yeah, this is game. We haven't had the hit. Shame. It's a shame. An Arezu. We're looking for an Arezu. Stuck on the basic Pokemon game. An Arezu or an Evolution Incense would have been perfect, but there you go. Cycle out. They're gonna kill the Wheezing, and then John's gonna die next time. Opportunity. Whatever. Prize cards. Interesting. So maybe we could stall out for a little bit. We're gonna go for this Revenant instead. We're gonna see if we can come back and win. Yeah, I mean, very cool clothes. Yeah, exactly. So the deck is basically meant to. You're meant to have. It's an Obstagoon deck, right? So you evolve the ZigZagoon into the Obstagoon. The Obstagoon, I have 2 of them in here. One of them has an ability where you make your opponent discard their whole hand except for 4 cards. So it's got a cap in there. The other 3 Obstagoon in this deck have 2 moves. The first one is Silence. You do 30 damage, and you pick a move from the opponent's active Pokemon. They can't use that move next turn. It's pretty OP against certain, like, VMax Pokemon and VStar Pokemon that only have 1 move to use. Then the second move is too late. You're too late. I can show you though. So the second move is this. It's the Merciless Strike. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on it, this attack does 90 more damage. So you're doing 150 damage there plus the 30. So you're doing 180. Obviously, like, I can't. I mean, the smartest thing to do would probably be Drapion, right? But I guess we'll go for this guy in case. No, we'll go for this guy in case we end up getting in case getting in case we end up getting a base. Great. So we're just stalling out right now. Obviously all of our ZigZagoon got killed before we got an evolution card. We still haven't gotten access to an evolution card. We had to go that with the these. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. Up and running now, and I think we're going to hit this Trevenant 240 even. So we're gonna get 2 prize cards here. We're holding out. No, this was the card we needed. Oh man. So he's gonna do 180. So I'm not gonna be able to do that much damage next turn. 50 minus 180 is gonna be 170. No, it's just 70, isn't it? It's gonna be 60 because it's that. So I'm only doing 60 damage. We're gonna go for the Skyla. And we are going to. What do I want to do? Pass to the. but I think I need Piers. I need Piers. We're really gonna try and make this work, right? So we're gonna go for the Piers now. We got the rare candy. We are going to use our Hazard Star to paralyze this guy. Then we're gonna hit him 60 damage. So he can't retreat right now. He's gonna get another 30 damage put on him. They need a switch card or something else to get this card out. So we're brutal. So that's game. He's gonna kill me, I think. Uh we were almost gonna get the Obstagoon. If we could have survived one more turn. But probably didn't have the best idea. I want to play this to have fun, and there are like just decks in here that are very, very strong, very boring to play against, that you just don't have a ton of success against unless you play like a specific counter or something else. Now, he had the boss's orders to get rid of the Galarian Wheezing. The Galarian Wheezing was a decent counter against that deck, and that's why I was playing it. But as soon as you get those Archeops onto your bench, the game's over. Like, you just cannot deal with it. Yeah. The fact that people are building decks like this deck, I've built this deck specifically to counter Mew VMax. I hate Mew VMax as a card. Of course I get the Lugia V-Star deck. But yeah, it sucks. They make these decks that are just super strong and not very fun to play. And they give them to everyone in beta live, and everyone has them. Ultimate VMax is pretty good against it, even Archeops. Ooh, I might have to check a look at that. I might. So we're going up against guest player here. They have an electric deck, but it's got a Zygarde Rapid Strike in here, so it might not be. Probably not electric. We're gonna go done. We have a Gloria, so we can put the Koffing in. Which is nice. We can extension. We can start poisoning it in the next turn. Man, this is like the most trouble I've had with the deck. In a sec, we're gonna see. Let's see. We're gonna do Gloria this turn. We're gonna grab. We already have bench. Yeah, we'll go 3 because we're playing it for the Obstagoon because it's gonna go like this, I guess. Rise attack. Oh, I was meant to swap the Koffing in. I'll swap the Koffing in next turn with the switch, and I'll just put the energy. Gengar deck is perfect. Any Mew deck. I need to try that one too. There's a couple of decks that are good against it, but then like they get crushed by other things in the meta. If you play Gengar against one of the Shifu decks, um, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna go switch. Isn't this guy? Um, what does that move do? This attack does 40 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each prize card your opponent has taken. Oh, interesting. So we got a Sneasler V. This is based on special condition poisoning, so it only does 80. They need something else. Got a Charizard here. Are they looking to burn? Do we think they're looking to try and burn? I wonder what kind of So we're just gonna let that tick away. Ooh, perfect. We got 80. Have some energy. We can keep energy on our bench Pokemon. That's perfect. We're gonna go here. I guess we're just gonna go. Going. Only play. Zorarg V-Star and Standard. Zorarg V-Star. I got that card actually. I also like. Never do. Um, yeah, I'm surprised you wanted to start your next turn with your Pokemon. Okay, we got the Linoone. That's great. We are probably gonna cycle this out for the Charizard. We are gonna. We're gonna keep. Yeah, no, I've heard Zoroark VStar is super good. I just haven't put some of these decks together. I'm not the biggest fan of playing the cards, the V and V Star cards. I really enjoy playing single prize card decks. I really enjoy a lot of the Pokemon on it. So this deck has Drapion V and V Star in it, so I have gone counter to my normal stuff, which is fine. Which is fun. We're gonna go here for the Skyla. I don't think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go. Oh wait, do we have a Rezu? Have a Rezu. Okay, we're gonna go for the. Yeah. We're gonna wait for next turn. We're gonna poison again. We're gonna see. There we go. Okay, keep stalling. Yeah, I play expanded on live as well. I don't play standard competitive. And then you're playing a game. You're playing a game based on luck, and you can lose points on the ranked ladder, or it's just like, oh man, like it feels so bad. It feels so bad. You have to always off on the standard ladder. I tend to just play expanded on live. Yeah, I can't be bothered. We got a win. Okay. All right, so the deck wasn't even up and running. We were almost there. That's expanded format has more. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It does a lot. I do like the challenge of putting together standard decks that can compete with meta decks. A little tougher. A little bit tougher. We did get the win. I don't think they had a lot of stuff going on. That was a weird deck. Yeah. Yeah, item cards they're useful. I have a I Vespi Queen. Yeah, I do have it up. So here, the Vespi Queen deck I was playing with. Go. Yeah, we're going. It has a ton of item cards in here. Heavily reliant on these item cards, right? And you use all these different Pokemon to like pull them out and stuff. The Mew specifically. I had to replace the Mew with something efficient. Um, but I took that deck structure and I put it together for this Golem deck here. I use the Golem. I'm using a Clay Doll card that has an ability that allows you to attach energies from the card pile to your Pokemon. And so in a deck like that, having all the Pokemon, the Pokeball cards that discard cards is actually super. Okay, we're up against a Rapid Strike Metagross V deck. I've been meaning to put one of these together for a while. This deck looks nasty. What do we got? We're gonna go for the Arezu. We have an Obstagoon, so we can evolve the ZigZagoon next turn into the Linoone. We do not have a Koffing for Wheezing. We might box orders the Bronzor in. I'm not sure. I might want to see. In fact, I don't. SCMV. That's a beauty. The artwork, man. Some of these cards. Oh man. They took Suicune and they made him cooler and they gave him armor and stuff. We got the Koffing. We got a choice belt on here. 20 more damage for each. We're gonna do the Arezu here. We want to get that. This might be a good one for this one, but we would need to get another ZigZagoon. Actually, Let's see how it goes. See, it's like I put a bunch of item cards in, and we've only had one, so it does, it does depend on your hand and how you draw and all this. That's nasty. This is why I wanted to use this, because you have all of the rapid strike bonuses, so you can use Tower of Water for retreats and all this stuff, but you also have certain. Then what's this? Ooh, it's a setup for two. So, they don't have guys. Not gonna use it. Do I want to do? I think I'm gonna hope I pull an energy. They um we got an energy. Oh, playing with fire. Playing with fire. We're gonna play a Path to the Peak here. It will cut these guys. They don't seem to have any fusion strike. I won't be able to use my I'm gonna use the zap traction because they can only put one energy on as far as like, oh no, they got the bronze on. They can put two. So they can do 100 damage. I should have thought about that a little bit. Billowing Smoke. I do know of that card. I don't remember what it does. That's true. That's true. Boost Shake might be useful. Um, you gotta get rid of. Um, yeah, so they can hit. Shit, I should have done the. Ah, man, I didn't look at the bronze on. That's a shame. And they're gonna swap me out anyways, so I get to hold on to my Obstagoon anyways. That's it's gonna be tough. All right, we're gonna go capturing a roam up. Yes, yes, we can go and get the ZigZagoon. That's perfect. Okay, we're gonna go. And guy. Um, Point because the Bronzong can beat, so they energies and he can attack. So okay, and we're just gonna stall it. Yeah, that's fine. This is looking very good. We already have the Linoone and the Obstagoon in our hand. To set up another, we have the Drapion V. I don't know why. It just everything works out a little bit. Start out with your. That's interesting. They still get the prize cards though, so they're still counting down. They just don't get to use them. Um, there have definitely been times when like there's something in my prize cards that I don't have access to it. Attach it to a. Wow, how many metal saucers do they have in their hand? That's oh, that sucks. Okay, so they're up and running. They're gonna kill the Drapion V cards. And this is a two move Pokemon. So I can only cancel out their tougher moves. So they can go and get two cards, but they can't. They're not gonna be able to hit me for damage. We're gonna play this Obstagoon here with the energy already. We're gonna go. Oh, we got a lady. That's perfect timing. We're gonna go for the lady. Four. Um, the basics for the lady. You're gonna attach it. Start loading. Um, do I want to use the silence though? Because I can hit for 150. Yeah, we're gonna. They can do 100 damage to us, and we can do another 150. And because it's a VMax, we're gonna get 3 prize cards. So at the end of the next turn, we might actually be side. Oh, Radiant Jirachi. That's a nasty card. That's a nasty card. Are they gonna retreat this? No, they're not retreating. Oh, maybe they've got to switch. They're gonna switch it out, or they're saving the energies. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh, this deck is really. They've put a really nice together. That's nasty. That Bronzong is so fucking useful. The whole deck is hard. I don't have a boss. I need to play the Galarian. That's what I need. I play the Galarian Wheezing it. Oh man. And it doesn't have any kill it in one go, so it's um eight. Oh man, they've got a tough deck. Shit, this is dang man. Yeah. Any Pokemon VMax that doesn't have unmove, check me. Don't have another Cheryl. Ah, that's a shit. That sucks. Gee. Better deck, man. It's a very, very good deck. It's a very fun deck. Um, so that's gonna be it from me. I want to thank everyone for hanging out, for chatting, and for coming along. Hope you had a good time today, watching me faff around mediocre decks that I put together. We appreciate the company. Much for the follow, Sam. 5-6. Thank you for that. Thank you for your recommendations for the deck as well. That's been great. I think it did improve. Um, I have below me on the screen. I have my Twitch and my YouTube. Follow me on either of those. The Twitch is going to be raw and unfiltered. The YouTube, the streams are cut down into specific videos, so you can do whatever you want. If you want opening, watch just deck building. It's all going to be there, and all of the past catalog gets deleted from Twitch. That's all on YouTube, so there's content there if you're interested. I have a Discord link down below if you want to get me offline. Talk to me about any of the decks I built, stations you want to talk about trading for back. Feel free to join the Discord. Catch me there. And I have a Letterboxd account if anyone's interested. I write some. So it's also MDTenebris, and yeah, that'll be it from me. I every Monday at 6:30. I'm going to be streaming on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. I think 6:30. I'm going to be streaming Scarlet and Violet. My mic is cutting out. That's not good. I'm gonna be streaming Scarlet and Violet on Wednesday, just the Scarlet game, I guess. Um, so if you're interested in watching that, we're gonna see. It might be a little buggy. I'm not great with tech, as you can hear, my mic is cutting out, but we'll see. And then so yeah, every Monday at 6:30 and every Saturday at 2. Today was a little bit weird, a little bit earlier. Then yeah, the yeah. So thanks again, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope the rest of your weekend's great. Have a good night's sleep. Happy tomorrow morning. All right. Take it easy and have out.